Back with Parksville as well, known for its sand sculpting competition, which is a little more than 2 weeks away, starting July 13th. But back in the 80s, there was another gathering of impressive sand sculptures on the South Island, where CHEK reporter Patty Pitts provided more on the Weir's Beach Resort's second annual sandcastle competition.
It used to be so simple. To build a sandcastle, all you needed was a bucket, a shovel, and a bit of wet sand. Now it's a bit more complicated. You need special tools, and in some cases, warm-up aerobics to get you in the sand-flinging mood. At the second annual Weir's Beach Sandcastle contest today, 14 teams were competing in 3 categories: Best Castle, Best Sculpture, and Best Family Entry. Some teams got down and dirty right away.
You show me. We're down in there.
Others took a more distanced, exacting approach. As the sand got higher, the tide got lower, making it tough if you were your team's designated water boy. At the halfway point, the sandblasters had pulled into an early lead with a 12-foot-high merlin on one corner and an intricate castle on the other. In between was a sandy, snaking, friendly dragon. But even as Merlin rose to prominence, his permanency was threatened.
We're getting to a critical point. Releasing this last 2 more forms, this whole thing could be collapsed in minutes.
Next door, the Sand-sations were having trouble with the forms for their giant chess pieces, but the crumbling sand posed no threat to their overall project. Merlin was a different matter. So Merlin got a second chance, and the race was on. But some of the other team's entries were beginning to emerge, like Team Insanity's towering castle and the rising of Sol, the sun god.
The idea, I guess, basically just out of imagination. The rise of the sun god. The sun god comes up out of the ocean, and he drives his chariot across the sky. So right now they're just coming out of the water, and he's trying to push that chariot up and get it moving, and the horses are ready to roll. And I guess a lot of these other things are everybody else's imagination too. The crocodile and the orca, and old Neptune over there. And we had a good time, a real good time.
A precision quintet called Ethonial Q produced this philosophical expression in the sand.
My son and I just finished reading Lord of the Rings, and in that story is the light against dark. And so we have the Tower of Light and the Pit of Darkness. Everything is specifically placed. Each of those, the point and the pit, are specifically placed mathematically, and it's based on a decimal 618 relationship or the golden rectangle or like that.
But disaster had befallen Merlin. After the bottom form was removed, he crumbled. Reconstruction work was necessary.
We haven't quite made the ones below big enough consecutively with the ones on top of it. So basically what happened is the weight on top crushed what was below.
We've managed to salvage some of it.
Yeah, we've got a little bit left, so we'll go with this. Yeah.
Even while the sandblasters were doing frantic touch-up work, the judging had begun. And when it was all over, the sandblasters had taken the overall title and a chance to build a taller Merlin at the Parksville Sandcastle competition next month.
Island Rewind is brought to you by Arbutus RV. Whatever your adventure, 6 island locations to serve you.